think it over. It's a little bit hard to breathe, to breathe, to breathe. This kinda seems like it's a common theme. You don't think I understand what you said to me, to me, to me. Yeah, every time that we have this talk, it's a little bit hard to admit our faults. But I'm not so perfect. Is all of this worth it? Is all of this worth it? This feeling is fading, and I can't look back and can't catch my breath. It's too hard to let go. It's too hard to let go. Good, 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 good. Look at me, breathing deep. After all the things we've been through, yeah, don't forget the reasons not to let this slip through our hands. Yeah, every time that we have this talk, it's a... But I'm not so perfect. Is all of this worth it? Is all of this worth it? This feeling is fading, and I can't look back and can't catch my breath. It's too hard to let go. It's too hard to let go. Good, good, good. Too hard to let go. Good. Too hard to let go. Too hard to let go. This feeling is fading, and I can't look back and can't catch my breath. It's too hard to let go. It's too hard to let go. Good. and I'm gonna paint it black. Oh, I got bruises I covered up. I've been used every time I loved. Nothing to lose when the devil comes. Oh, turn off the lights, we can turn them out, 'cause turn off the lights, we can burn them out, 'cause I know what's waiting, I know what it's made of, what it's made of. Come and take me closer to the edge now. If you think you can't love me, you can show me how to have a breakdown. If you're gonna touch me. I'm not afraid of the dark. Nothing to lose when the devil comes. Oh no. Turn off the lights, we can turn them out, 'cause turn off the lights, we can burn them out, 'cause I know what's waiting, I know what it's made of, what it's made of.
All right, check 1, 2.
If you're gonna touch me.
Pause for coffee break. On.
We see the world in a cold light. It isn't much, but it's all we needed. It's all we needed. With everything in its right place, we'll push away 'cause it's all we needed. To come through and back to We see the world in a cold light. It isn't much, but it's all we needed. It's all we needed. With everything in its right place, we'll push away 'cause it's all we needed. To come through and back to
Let's do it!
Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here at Next Level Painting, hitting you up on that literal best of all days, coming to you live from the Beats Lab in Florida, North America's nutsack. Trying to review chat. Recoil says Life Force revitalization process initiated. Oh, coffee. That's what you're talking about. Shout out to the chat. Renegade, Joe, The Huff, Archeon, War Pigment, Gladiator, Sin, Grazer, the Canadian superstars in attendance, professional competence. You seen everyone? Who we got checking in on Hobo 2? Russell Love Minis at War Pigment. Steve from Des Moines. Oh my god, it's been ages. Says, I've been way gone. So this man is back in Florida. Yep. More Pigment, you got some of those new YouTube emotes? Hold on. Let me move my chats over here. They're wrong. Twitch on the left, YouTube on the right. Got some follows. Did I miss something? Oh, we're good. Betty, Sturm, Undercover. All right. Steve says the flood from Ian knocked me sideways. You checked out hard? Damn, dude. Forgot about that shit. Torgin, 40 months back to Bizak. What's up, Pimp? Pip name slip back. Nora, what's up, man? Chef balls? Chief balls? I can never spell chief or chef. Thank you for their sub. Tier 1, my man. Chat gets around. That's right, Nora. So, where's our new time slot? We're an hour early. Mainly, this is because Jason lives in Arizona, and they don't do daylight savings time. While I respect the gumption, the cut of that jib, the reality is it only fucks them. So after years of him changing and alternating his schedule because of the rest of the world still carrying on with daylight savings time, I am making the adjustment. I'm changing my time. Has nothing to do with the fact that my shit's 8 to 11. Now it's 7 to 10. Slightly better. Noor, you doing good, brother? Just chilling, man. Taught, I think I taught 3 classes today. That sounds right. We taught maybe 2. 2 classes. I taught classes today. Actually did a little painting on the Lord of Skulls. I cleared a Nightmare Dungeon 100 in Diablo 4. I was like, you know what? I haven't done this season. Let me see if my druid can do it. My druid is a wacky druid, by the way. I went down a whole, you know me and Barbarian, so I had to go down this whole journey with the druid to mastermind it. And then I was like, let me try this. Let me see if I can do it. So I was doing a little pushing, and then I just cleared the 100. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm done. And then I just went over here and started painting my Lord of Skulls. Two classes. Yeah, that's it. I feel like I did something else this morning. Like I got up. I did something. It'll come to me. Oh, I went to Circle K. That's what it was. I went to Circle K, Nor. Mo's Magic. Feeling like an animal. Over on YouTube, gentlemen. Okay. What's up, guys? What's up? Sorry, Russ, I haven't been reading yours. Are you talking to me? Russ? You're not, it's not highlighted. If you talk, remember, Russ, you're not new to the YouTube game, but like, when I'm live, you gotta at me or I don't read them. There's too many things. Like, I've already been doing, think about like 7 years of like chat. This. Now it's 2 separate chats on 2 different screens, 4 total screens. ADHD is firing off. Recoil says I'm a scholar and a gentleman. That's true. First time chat, Mr. Vitch says, going to start Chaos Knights this week. Never magnetized before, though in all these years in the hobby. I don't even think you really have to magnetize the knights. I think like their arm just like rotates in and rotates out. Well, I guess you do, because like they only give you one arm. Gentlemen, Chieftain84 says new dark side content dropped last night. Just checking out the new stuff. New dark tide content. Is it dark side? Oh yeah, we're looking good. Bill May says it's hard enough to paint with one chat, let alone 2 chats. Yep. Yeah. So I'm excited for today because we're gonna figure out how to do Magnus's glowy orbs on his sword. Hold on, let me get chat up on my phone. One sec. Come on. Okay. Tight. All right. So, let me get a roll call on YouTube. How many people are in here on YouTube only? Recoil's mom. What's up, Recoil's mom? How you feeling today? My mom was sad because she forgot that I told her I was going live at the new time. And she's out there making a nice dinner. She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot." I was like, "It's all good. I'll drink this coffee." She felt bad. Raincore Prime says, "I'm YouTube Chieftain84. YouTube roll call. YouTube, what we call them? Team Dumpster Fire, and Twitch chat is Team Soup Kitchen." Russ called it. He's like 8 watching, so 2 or 3 YouTubers. There we go. Crush that coffee. Revitalization. Painting those balls. That's right, War Pigment. We're going to paint some balls today. Archeon says, you're on YouTube. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Archeon over here. The Laughing Jester says, look at that handsome guy. Thank you, Laughing Jester. I'll take that. We're good. Time to paint. Chadness is... Oh my god, how good is that? Chadness. Chad Magnus is Chadness. Why didn't I think of that? Love minis? No, just Tuesday. We're changing Tuesday to this time. I thought it was gonna be every stream, but Jason told me it's just Tuesday. So, oh, do I have any promos? If anybody's new here, exclamation point bank Tuesday, Money in the Bank. This is one of our promos. Exclamation point access. If you want to jump on YouTube, I did up or YouTube, Patreon. I did up. Oh my god, did I not take my drugs today? Give me 1 second. Hold on. I can tell when I haven't taken my Adderall. All right, we're good. Rancor, did I just remind you to take your drugs too? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with my brain right now? I'm supposed to take my Adderall. Went through all this trouble to get it. Keep forgetting. All right. I'm a mess today. Fix my pants. Let's lock into the cradle. All right, let's do this like a professional. I got you, Rancor. Okay, so exclamation point access to get on Patreon. I uploaded Chad Magnus, Chadness to Patreon. We have now a post that covers the first 3 videos edited out to be an hour shorter each. That just went live to my Patreon audience. Now you can pine through the VODs on any platform for sure, but they're all in one place on demand. Video player, everything. Exclamation point access if you want to sign up. And also that's just like one of hundreds. If you're coming here, I'm spitting this story for probably a week still. But like if you're coming up on YouTube and you're like, yo, Kenny, you used to be on YouTube and now you're not. Welcome back. Thanks, you're making content again. For 7 years, we've been streaming 3 days a week, painting on Twitch. So all the content that you didn't see exists in the VODs on Twitch and exclamation point access on Patreon. And do I have any other promos today? As exclamation point bank. So let me pull out my shit. Let's crank the audio. Yo, Aquila says, Chad Magnus. Damn, Florida man got his style going hard. How you doing, brother? I want to say Liodo, his dope shirt. Watane Clan. I guess you can still buy some Watane Clan gear because I haven't taken it down yet. It's October exclusive, but I have not taken it off the shop yet. You can't get this shirt. This one is an exclusive one, but you can get the normal Watane Clan seasonal. It's up in the swag shop right now. Exclamation point shop. Thank you for the compliment. So I taught a class today, which was, you guys probably seen this Edge Highlight class. I painted on this today. So here's the chassis, or the part of the Lord of Skulls for the Edgelords. So I just threw down some quick airbrushing on this, varnished it, So I actually did a little bit. So I'm gonna go piece by piece on them, put them together for maximum storage. So this is how he's gonna start. I'm gonna workshop this kind of off, like, you know, off camera, and then I may create some shorts, maybe even some above short content for like when I get to the torso where the action is, because this is not action. This is gonna be a bunch of tedium. This, you know. So now here's the bell of the ball right here. Here's my man Crazy. Damn, dog, when did I get, when the fuck did I get to a tier? To a year. Precisely 12 months from when you started. Get some love right there. And also, I did put some membership and subscriber alerts a little bit every day. I put a couple of new alerts in on the YouTube side of things. Sturmius, thank you, over on Twitch. So, we go to Patreon. So far, it's everything up to this moment. The airbrush and the pin wash, the edge highlight, that strong hand. At the end of last show, we did a quick, rough, not NMM here. We painted the orbs white, did a little bit of airbrushing. And now it's time to decide how we want to make these orbs work. Now, obviously, you could take the airbrush out and spray them. That's probably a mistake. It's probably a mistake. We probably want to paint the fire by hand. Okay, so kind of fight the urge. When you got this like kind of flaminess here, fight the urge to just spray it with the airbrush. We sprayed the white around it for a pre-highlight. We'll come back to that. What you want is a perfectly curated flame. Then you want to apply the effect that is glowing. So as much as I just want to spray it, that's just wrong. Trust me. We're going to paint the fires first, make them look tight. Then we'll figure out if we're going to spray. So I'm going to lock into the obesity cradle. Yeah. So fat. So my wet palette has some things on it because I was doing an edge highlight class just a minute ago. Take this off. Let's put a new parchment on it. Corvidai, resub, 34 months. Told my wife I'd support an artist today and pay for my own entertainment. She now thinks you're a hooker, Kenny. LOL. Well, I kinda am. Heresy for the heretic kiss for the heretic. So, man, this TV is so fucking blurry. Heresy for the heretics AU. Thank you, God. Is that the Australian branch of the heresy organization? The Heretics Club? Thank you for that raid, brother. We get some love in chat right there. The Laughing Justice says, are you a lot lizard with the Beats Lab being your lot? Are you a lot lizard? Excellent. The Beats Lab being your lot. I don't know what that means. I don't understand the reference. Archeon, thank you for the sub over on YouTube. See, we got a thing. We have an alert now for that. Heresy for the heretics, traitor kangaroos. Oh, because they called you a hooker? The Laughing Jester? A lot lizard is a hooker? I didn't know that. I didn't know that's lexicon. And I'm gonna quite literally, I've done some shit for some money. Like, do you guys remember when we got the Chaos Knights Codex in 8th edition early? That was me. So let's figure out our colors. A lot lizard is trucker for hooker. Okay. Coming from Corvidae. I was unfamiliar with that terminology. That colloquial. Trader kangaroos. So, green and yellow. This is just transparent yellow. And we're going to just throw down some white. You never know. So, this is brush good. Yeah, it's fine. I'm still using this brush good. Do I have a better brush? I've got like a bunch of number 4s in rotation at all times, and you know, going between them to see which one is the best at that moment. Do you guys do the same thing? Where you like, you know, you don't throw away the old one, you kind of just keep rotating until they're all shit. We're just rinsing it right now. It has brush soap on it. This might be the one that is super jacked, but I tricked myself by sculpting it so well with the brush soap. It does look like the Thundercats tank, Russ. The Lord of Skulls chassis. I think that every time I look at it. I'm so glad you said that. I thought that to myself multiple times already. We'll see if this brush is any better. So, what we want to do is change the white balance. It's a little oversaturated. Hold on. So, we're going to start by painting some yellow in, okay? We're going to take some transparent yellow. And you have to acknowledge that the ball is kind of the core of the design.
And his name is John C.
Yo, Corvidae. Little strap for cash, but always have $1 to keep you off the street. Thanks, brother. Let me get some strong man love in chat from my boy Corvidae. You can pick me up in your big rig anytime, brother. So, and the reason I use the yellow here is because the yellow is going to be a big part of our green. And I'm trying to establish where the flames are kind of emanating from. Which is there. Now let's introduce a little green to the mix. And I'm going to kind of use semi-opaque and just a little wet. Okay? Semi-opaque and a little wet. We're going to just carefully paint what we can. I'm using the heart pull where I can. Let's rotate. Semi-opaque and a little wet. That'll work. Back here, we're using mostly a heart pull, and I'm holding them kind of upside down because I'm trying to pull from the unsafe position, which is right up against the sword, into the safe position, which is exiting the model. So if you have a bad brush stroke, you don't want to just run it into the sword by accident. If I go hard, I'm just leaving the model, you see? And right here, a little bit more yellow. Gonna filter the ball. I'm not even gonna mess with those little wispy ones. Just because they're too close to the sword, we're going to switch to a smaller brush for that. Ooh, there's like a hair right there. Like a cat hair got stuck to this thing. We get it. I was moving my camera, not my focus. You might want to use copper oxide fires as a real life reference. It burns green. Corporate diet? Hell yeah, man. Thanks for that advice. So let's try this side real quick. So we got just a little green watered down with some yellow. Right over the white. Can you see how anyone who paints with contrast paint, this should look kind of familiar, right? Let me get a roll call in chat. Anyone paints with contrast paint? Who does? And does this look like that? I'm making an assumption without knowing for real. Does this remind you? It kind of reminds me of it. How about you? Just working it in. I'm keeping the light low. Move this a little further down. So getting these painted up first before you choose airbrushing, important. Sometimes Lloydo, Just 8 says yes. Fish Faced Frank says yes. So you feel me, right? A Cricor says it reminds me of the flames on my Inquisitor. So what's happening is that I'm using semi-opaque, semi-wet paint, and I'm coating a bright valued object with it. And where the moisture, because of path of least resistance, pools, it appears more opaque, and where it wicks away, less opaque. Turns out, all liquid does that, regardless of the product. Don't forget that. Painting is just moisture management and opacity. Always has been, always will be. So you don't need to buy an $8 pot of not acrylic paint to do that. I'm just thinking about I'm just thinking about the what the best tools to keep in the beat slab are at all times for the dollar. So now we've got a good base here. Let's rinse this brush off. Let's switch to the small brush. And what we're going to do is we're going to get on these little wisps. Using the heart pull. That are all like actually touching the sword. That I was not feeling like I wanted to risk with the big number 4. There you go. Cobalt, thank you for the follow. Yogo, thank you for the follow. Right here. All right, so what we want is a firm paint job on this flame. You want to make it look good. Bright stuff bright, dark stuff dark. Now, you can do some cute shit where you can make you can like invert what's bright and what's dark. If you want to be cute. So, for example, you see normally we would highlight the ridges and shade the recesses, which is kind of already happening because of the nature of the paint. But you can get kind of cute here, and you can take some white, some green, and some yellow, and you can deliberately push this into the recess. Okay. Like so. And like up here. So you kind of invert where bright would go and where dark would go. Darth Rosie, what's up? 2 months. Get some hype right there. See that? So you go inside the channel, take a little bit more white. Just kind of poke in with a little bit of a stipple. Like so. If you chose to go this route. Now what that means is we need to make the green more opaque on the top. So this is much more opacity than we had been doing before. See that? And what I'm going to do is just kind of work it a little bit right here. Right here. And now I'm going to take my bigger brush, take some of the yellow, some of the white, some of the green. I'm going to kind of stipple right here. I'll rinse my brush, take some of the yellow. Stipple right there. Kind of like really amp that up. And so I'm trying to do the prep work pre-glow. But we need to get more opacity in our greens. Kind of here at the tips. Be down here. And we're just going to be careful here not to fuck up our sword. Now, I still like some highlighting or some blending. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back a step with some yellow in the mix. Yellow plus green. A little bit more yellow than green. And I'm going to kind of soften some of our inner glow that we did with a little bit of a quick glaze. I'm even going to do some extracurricular highlighting. Like a little bit right here. So we want to get, like I said, these fires to look correct. Then we sling the light. OnePlus saves in chat. Take a little bit more green. Right here. Now let's take some of our highlight. Again, let's just shove it into the recess, not the top. Using the heart pull. That's just some yellow, white, green concoction. And a little bit more green to the top. But I still want to highlight some of these tendrils right here. Even though that's a top. Here. Reappraise. Started early, baby. That's right, man. A little bit more green. Meow meow moo moo. Just send us some love over on YouTube. See how that alert comes through. Semi-opaque, a little wet. Reappraise, I changed my time. We're doing this thing, bro. So we're going inversion style. Reappraise. Let's take a little white. And I'm going to stipple. Kind of like in the center here. Thought I fixed that. Sorry, Meow Meow. I really thought that was going to do some cool alert. Didn't it do it? I literally pressed that button. Was that a super chat? Or was that just a donation? Was that through Streamlabs or through Super Chat? Because it should be throwing up all my fucking crazy ass banners. Either way. I know. Yeah, I mean, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just pushing buttons. Super sticker. That's a different thing? So I'm just testing. So why isn't it working? That should work. Super chat. Oh, I didn't have super chat on. That's me. I'm stupid. That's on me. Let me go upload a sound. Let me find one of my uploads. Let's go with Gator. Let's go with okay, I think I got something here. Gotta make a slide in. Maybe I didn't save it. Save variation. Let's test super chat. Okay, I think I got it.
Don't play no shit. You feel me?
Shout out to Meow Meow. Damn it. Just replay that. Don't explain yourself. So replay, we're painting the fire real quick by hand, and then we're gonna see if maybe we pull the airbrush back out. So what we're doing is something a little different where we target the recesses with the highlight mix, not the tops. So it's just some white and yellow and green mixed together. But I still feel like even like stuff like this needs a little love. See that? I think we should still get like basically pure white and try to stipple very tight into some of these holes. It's the new time for Tuesday Caddy Painting. Yeah, we're going on an hour early on Tuesdays. Move it this way. Now let's get a little bit more opaque green. Let's go with a little stippling of the white here. White, yellow.
Angels sang out an echoing chorus. Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris.
Get a little green. Let's lower the opacity. Sir Crow, what up, brother? A little yellow, kind of mix it in so where the white is kind of sneaking up. Crow, we're just trying to get it done. Let's get a little watered down white. Back here. Same deal, we're using white, yellow, and green. We're going to jam it into the recess like a pin wash.
Watch my life pass me by, never knowing where I belong in a web of love and lies. As you string me along, and I can't breathe, I can't see, I'm losing sight of
Take a little yellow, kind of temper that. Let's take a little green, lower the opacity. Let's paint the wisps a little bit and the tops of things a little bit darker. Let's add a couple of bonus highlights. Grab a little transparent yellow. Just temper some of that with a little bit of a yellow filter. A little green. It's a little yellow and green.
Never knowing where I belong in a web of love and lies. As you string me along, and
Let's get a little white mixed in.
I'm losing sight of everything I feel.
Let's kind of paint the shape of a circle inside this ball. Right there. Low opacity. Add a little bit more here. We're just dragging some highlight across the tops of a couple things. Now we want to get a little bit punchier. Let's move down. John K3, what's up, man? So you want to start forcing white down toward the ball a little bit more. He said, nice sculpture. Is that a goblin? This is a 40K miniature. Warhammer 40K. Bit more white right here. This is Magnus. He's missing some. He's got big wings. He's got some armor and things like that. It's not on him right now. Meow Meow Moo Moo says this channel will grow. We're just in the world. We are painting channels and more entertainment than education. But Kenny, Kenny. It's for sure that all time when it comes to teaching. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. I'm boring, but at least I tell you guys what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Let's see if we can get a little bit heart pull right here.
Angels sang out an immaculate chorus. Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris.
We're getting ready for the fun stuff. Like I said, you want to get the fire looking kind of correct first. Trying to make the balls a little whiter. I'm using semi-opaque, slightly wet, white, kind of yellow. All right, so now we've got it's almost time to glue the camera back on. Now we've got you see our white spray we threw earlier still intact, and now we've got some fire. So fighting the urge to use our airbrush to just paint the fire. You see. The Jaeger Project. What's up, man? Thank you for the resub. Michael O'Connor says, your boy Magnus has been skipping leg days. Great balls of fire. Sweet sword. Nice work. Magnus never works out his legs. It's called muscle confusion. On leg day, he works out chest. He's big brain. He knows what's up. All right, let's see if we can make our airbrush do some stuff. All right, so we're gonna try to rinse the pot a little bit here. My desktop hobo sink. We're gonna use our backup hobo sink, hobo sink light, the hobo sink mini. We're gonna use some Army Painter airbrush cleaner since I have it. Toothbrush. I was using the airbrush earlier today, so I want to make sure it's reasonably clean. I had some varnish going through it too. Probably good enough. Hollow Blade Syndicate says you can't get your airbrush clean at all. Feel like you tried everything? I've got the secrets, dog. Might think about my classes. Part of my whole thing is like, my airbrush is never actually clean. It's just a little clean. It's about learning how to use your airbrush 100% of the time, even when your airbrush is not 100% optimized. And also, it's always going to get clogged. So you got to learn how to thin your paints correctly. You got to learn the mechanics of the airbrush. It's not very difficult. It just takes a little coaching or a lot of watching me here describe it. So here's the green that we're using. Just in the airbrush, some water, like a lot of water, relative to how much paint's in there. More water. I don't even have foam proofer because I'm too lazy to buy it right now. It's just pure water, which means that the water can dry faster, or the paint can dry faster because of this. I'm gonna use my throttler here to throttle the fuck out of this. So we want like incredibly low opacity paint. And what we're going to do is just kind of kiss the sword where we put that pre-highlight earlier. Maybe a touch more air. Barely pulling the trigger back. You see? I'm just doing air right now. You see, it's so low opacity that almost nothing's happening. I'm gonna crank the air right now. Just hit it with some air because I let it get a little too wet there. So I'm just using pure air to blow dry it. Now I'm gonna throttle it down just a little bit. See, we're barely giving it any green. Hit it with air, a little bit more green. Back to this side. Let me get some strong man love in chat for Monument Hobbies coming in with that raid. As we're working on this fire. Super low opacity green right on the blade where we deployed some white earlier. We hand painted the fire just kind of real quick, lickety split. Now we're sending a little green. It's so low opacity. Okay? It's almost nothing to it. Monument Hobbies. I did it. I changed my time, dude. How you guys doing? So now what I'm going to do is take... Oh, let me squirt up here. There should be a little green right there. On the top. So now we gotta go back to the paintbrush and kind of redefine the fire for realsies. And we're also using some of this green to kind of smooth out the flame. We had a long day. Sorry about that. You're fine, dude. Hey, man, Source, what's up, man? So now what we're going to do is take some bold titanium white. And some yellow. Into the pot. So we're just going to go back to that like much brighter position. Make sure the tip is clean. Sometimes sometimes you have to kind of mess with it a little bit. Just kind of ducking the needle in and out real quick. Make sure we're not clogged up with any gunk that was already in the airbrush earlier today. So now I'm going to throttle. And what I want to do is see if I can paint the ball a little bit. Like so.
Hello.
So that's the yellow, green, white. It's good enough for me right now. Let me dump in the hobo sink. Let's move Magnus out of the splash zone. Jason, how you doing? Chilling. Got a dick rider in chat. Self-proclaimed. MN source. Dude, these are the best paints in the game. 100%, man. I agree with you.
Hello.
Let's just get some of that out of there. Let's put some transparent yellow back in. Some water. Little yellow. I'm going to filter over some of the overspray with the yellow so that so the white gets a little bit more resaturated.
Hello.
Enough. Dump this. Little watered down simple green. Gonna run it in here. Leave it in there. Let's cut the compressor. Let's get that bitch off. Okay. Now let's get back to the action. So now good. I just literally knocked everything down. Come on, man. Is that really? I was like, wait, what? Looking at the screen. Corvidai. I forgot that Corvidai has declared that I am, in fact, the artist he supports. What'd you guys call me? A lot lizard, aka a hooker? Which is adjacent to a hobo, if I'm not mistaken. Is that accurate?
Hello.
So I put a little the Monument Hobbies glaze medium down. Now what I want to do is highlight some of this action. Let's take some of the green, some of the yellow, some of the white. And what we want to do is get in here tight. Using high opacity, low moisture, just the tip of our brush, heart pull. Creating a little definition. See that?
Hello.
Let's get a little bit more white, a little bit more yellow. JD Tatum says hookers over hobos. Two steps adjacent war pigment. Renaissance says friends of the road. Oh my god, friends of the road. I love that. That's my new shit. So we're doing it again, but a little bit more gangster right here. Let's get a little whiter. A little whiter yet. And what we're going to try to do is hit a tracer right here.
Hello.
Reinstall with a little yellow white right here. And take a little bit of that same mix. Go back a stop to where it's a little bit more on the green side. Get these little doodads right here.
Hello.
And so let's step it up to look to the whiter position, the whiter yellower position. Let's rotate. Well, remember, guys, always be rotating to the tracer right here. Hold your breath, swing it from right to left. Rotate. Always be rotating. Oh. God Spinius, thank you for the follow. No Fucks Given says, what color is that green supposed to be? What color is that green supposed to be? Green? It's this. This is all a green. Let me go back here. Smooth some of this out. I'm adding a slight glaze of green here. A little bit more yellow. Let's get a little bit more white. Let's see if we can get that inner recess right here again. Using our heart pull. A little bit greener. Greener yellow.
Excellent!
Chalmers, thank you for the sub, brother. Sometimes the bounce is kind of weird. That's what you mean, no fucks given. I'm changing the temperature of the light. It's hard because when you're using this much white, it tends to blow out the camera. It's a little bit more saturated in person. But it's just the green, the yellow, and the white. And so let's just spend a little bit of time doing a little bit. Let's reinstall a couple of edge highlights using white and yellow. Maybe a touch of green. Using a high opacity, low moisture right here. 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 Makes sense. Remember to at me if you guys are trying to talk straight to me. Justin Drivers. Oh, it's funny. I was showing this to my friend Anthony. And he was like, yo, it's straight up Hellboy. I was like, holy shit, it is. JD Tatum says, how many hours a week do you paint? How many hours do you paint a week, and how long do you expect to spend in a model like this? It's funny, that's been asked a lot about this model, this project specifically. I've been doing this, I've been live streaming for 7 straight years, JD. I do typically three painting streams a week, so that's 3 hours of stream, but it's 2 hours of painting. After I cut out the stuff that's not painting, it ends up being 2 hours. And even then, it's moments like this that count. So it's 2 hours, including moments like I'm pontificating. So hour 45. So hour 45 times 3 is an average stream week plus any extracurricular painting I do. Magnus has had 3 such streams as mentioned, not including today. So he'll probably take another stream after today before I'm ready to move on, and then we'll move on to his wings. And then his tabard. So call it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times.
Good morning, I woke up feeling bruised again. I can't find where the blues on my skin. Your eyes, they're a wide open vein of disdain for all of the colors I paint on gray. Your words I hear loud and clear, mine unheard. You won't leave me to silence.
Mic check. Someone check to see if it changed the video on YouTube, because that's how YouTube works. It's not just your channel. So all of our YouTube hobos may be on the now past broadcast. Mic check. Tell people to refresh and chat, whoever has already refreshed. Mic check. Should not be muted. It's green right now. All day, every day, all day, every day. Or dump it.